Good day, people of Canada and people of Earth. I'm Joshua Illuminator, and I'm recording this video for you today to ask for your help. Now, before I explain what help I am seeking and why, I would like to share with you what we're presently dealing with in our world today. As a warning, if you're watching this on YouTube or other censorship-prone platforms, be aware that part of what I am going to share with you is likely going to be removed. So if you would like to see the full version of what I'm about to share, be sure to check out Telegram or Rumble. I'll try and get the links appropriate, but if they're not there, you can also find this information under likely the same title, or I'll provide other information or sources for you as well. Also, I will be including resources in the description or text within this video. So if you're on Telegram, there should be documentation that you are able to download, or even a link to my own personal group, which is Common Law Essentials, or the gentleman who I am providing this information or video to distribute to the appropriate sources. And that will be IrnieracingNews or Marcel Irnie. So with that being said, I also want to clarify that I'm reading off of a script because there is a lot that I want to cover, and just for simplicity's sake, it makes it easier for me to stay on track and ensure that all the touch points that I want to speak about are addressed. So with that out of the way, many of you are already aware that we are living in a world that has been run through secrecy. There have been many secret societies that have claimed to have ruled the world as we know it. Their hidden messages are ruled throughout everything we use, watch, or read. They have controlled just about every aspect of your life without you likely even realizing it. How they have been able to get away with this is because we have failed to take responsibility for ourselves. Instead, we willingly gave our power away to something outside of ourselves. We have done it willingly because we have not only failed to face our fears, but have also failed to face our desires. What we have been trained to do is to push through our fears, or to avoid them entirely. This is precisely why we have come to where we are today. Facing the threat of tyrannical rule, especially here in Canada, because we have failed to rule ourselves and stand in our power in particular. I stand before you here today to tell you it is time to take your power back. It is time to take responsibility for your emotions, for your thoughts, and your actions. This is where your true power lies, and it is also where your freedom lies as well. Now, part of the agenda these secret societies have been feeding us is the lie that we are victims and have no power over the experiences that we have or the reality that we live in. They have told us that it's just the way the world is. So long as we believe this, we will remain at the mercy of these beliefs. These beliefs have been geared so that we remain under their rule to create what is known as whereby all your private data, and I mean all your private data, is connected to your government ID. This will include your financial records, your health records, personal preferences, and anything else that they can use to keep you in control. I recognize that this may be terrifying to some of you who may have never heard this before, but I can assure you this information is out there and readily available. You are free to do your own research because you alone are responsible for your education. Should you fail to educate yourself, that too is your sole responsibility. I am here only to provide you the things that have been revealed to me as true, and provide you with the tools so that you can reclaim your power for yourself. instead of trying to give it to something outside of yourself. Furthermore, I want to make this abundantly clear. I do not want you to fear. This world that I have just described will not come to be. This is because, as you are watching this video, the people who have perpetrated this are being held accountable for what they have done. However, there is still plenty who have yet to face the damages they have caused and be held accountable to the people. I, myself, have been actively seeking to hold some of these people accountable within the courts of Canada. However, I am presently being blocked by the Chief Justice of Canada, an agent who is under the name of Richard Wagner. I have filed my claims to the Supreme Court of Canada, and he has denied me access to the courts. Yes, the courts across this nation are the sole property of the people, you and me. No man or woman can deny us access from having our claims heard in court. Yet, this man, who is the highest judge in the Corporation of Canada, and that distinction is important, has been standing in my way from getting justice for the people and holding those accountable for the wrongdoing they have committed. This is why I need your help. I would like to call on you to help me help you, if you will, in spreading this message to as many people as possible. My reason for this request is simple. When we take back the courts, we can go through the process of holding those accountable who have done harm to the people and protect the people from any further harm being done. Now, what I mean by that, there is actually a distinction between two different courts. There are corporate courts, which is present in Canada at the moment under the Corporation of Canada. Now, there are secondary courts, which are actually the common law or the people's courts. The reason why that distinction is important is with the people's court, they are open record. Now, there is a common misconception that the Supreme Courts of Canada or the Supreme Courts of the province or any nation in that particular are the courts of the people. They're not. They're actually under a corporation. So, by taking the courts back and giving them in the rightful place of the people, we are reclaiming the common law courts for the people. Then, from that moment, we can actually conduct our own courts and have our own judges and our own jury, because the People's Court is always conducted under a 12 minimum people jury. So men or women, doesn't matter what their criteria is or anything like that. And actually, oftentimes, even say, let's speak about the grand jury that is occurring across the planet right now. What's interesting is even that isn't necessarily a common law court. There's a reason for that, because it still falls under the criteria of the Bar Society, which is in the realm of corporations. So that grand jury, if you will, any proceedings that occur or any judgment that is passed actually isn't for the people. It is for corporations. So that is important because we need to know the difference in how to conduct law for men and women versus corporations. And this is where I bring my document into play, going over the essentials of common law and to know the distinction. And I'm also working on other documentation to help further bring this education to the people. But again, to clarify, what I'm asking, please spread this message as far and wide as you possibly can, because the moment we take our courts back is the moment we can get accountability and hold those liable for committing the wrongdoing, no matter who they are, no matter what immunity they've been granted, because that immunity is only superficial. There is no such thing as immunity in common law or natural law. So, to continue. Once we have reclaimed our power and taken back our courts, we will then need to repair all the damage that has been caused to the people of the land of Canada and across the planet. It may take time, but I am more than happy to share the knowledge of common law and natural law that I have been gifted with. And to that end, I will help anyone in learning this knowledge so that they can repair any damage that has been caused to them. This is because I believe this knowledge is not my own, but it is the property of us all, the people. Please know that an important part of being able to hold others accountable, it is being able to hold ourselves accountable. That requires us learning how to stand in our power. This means we need to take ownership of everything that we own, everything we've created, and everything we've inherited, whether it be our mental, emotional, or physical well-being, the sons and daughters we have created, or the planet that we live in. As we go through this process, we will gain greater clarity on the type of world we truly want to create. I know there are many incredible people out there who have already done or gone through this process of healing, and I know they're ready to help anyone who is just beginning. So please make sure you comprehend this. I want you to know that you are not alone in this if you are just beginning. This is because there has been a law of creation hidden from us, and that law states that we are all one, and that any division that we perceive is only illusion. One of the ways that I have found this best help grasp me, or one of the ways that I have found to help me best grasp this knowledge and make it easily remindable is the expression of energy. Each expression of energy has its own frequency or volume. Furthermore, this energy can be perceived in a myriad of different ways, whether it's our sight, touch, smell, sound, taste, intuition, and even beyond that. And with each expression of energy, it is connected and related to any other energy that exists. So this does get a bit abstract, so I will leave it at that because there's a lot more depth to it than just that. And while this is a simplified explanation, I trust that at the very least it will help many comprehend how we are all connected. So with that being said, I would like to invite you not only to help me, but also to invite you in standing united, as we truly are. Stand for one another, because when we do, we have restored a balance, and this will allow us all to live in peace and harmony. Thank you.